Everyone, it is time. We are ready for our next run, and it is time for us to save not only Earth, but the entire solar system, the entire galaxy from invaders from space. That's right. We're going to save the world from space invaders, courtesy of Captain silverm00nl1ght. Take it away.
Oh, well, I didn't realize I was on commentary. Hey everyone, hello, and welcome to Space Invaders 1999. Oh boy, I haven't run this game in a marathon in ages, so excuse me if I'm a little nervous. Excuse me if I'm a little nervous, but this is going to be a lot of fun, and let me just change my monitor output, and are we good? Give me 1 second. Technical stuff. All right, we're good. So, so my name is silverm00nl1ght, and this is my run of Space Invaders 1999. It's a bit of a late 90s, modernish take on the original Space Invaders. There's a lot of new mechanics going on, a lot happening really quickly, and it is up to the individual, in this instance me, to save the solar system from aliens. So that is a daunting task. However, I sure am up for it, but I can't do it without help. So on board with me and helping with commentary is the amazing Atitri.
Hello, my name is Atitri, and my V's are always consummate.
And also, as well as being host, Sandshark, who so happens to be my brother, actually, will also be helping on commentary.
Do I know you? No, it's all good. Yes, I will also be joining in on commentary for my brother here, who is a lot more skilled at piloting a spacecraft to destroy aliens than I am, so he has the honors there. I will be chiming in with a bit of information about the run here and there, but I will also continue to read donations and keep you updated on the more incentives. And just a reminder, Silver, that incentive was met just before your run started, so we will be watching the ending cutscene in all of its glory.
Oh, that is awesome. Oh, I thought I would have had to strongly encourage everyone to donate, but you all did a fantastic job, so we will be watching that after the run ends. And in the meantime, though, I've heard we're close to $1,000 raised for the tune-up, so maybe we can aim for that. But anyways, enough about me talking about the event. We have a galaxy to save. So, Atitri, I'd like to give you the honors of counting me down from 3, and when he says go, that's when time will start. Let's do it.
My pleasure. Let's go in 3, 2, 1... go! Yeah, so we've started out on the outer rim of the galaxy on what was then a planet, now a planetoid, Pluto. If you are familiar with Space Invaders, much of what you're seeing here is familiar to you generally, in that you are still being sent waves of enemies at the beginning of each level. But we have a lot of stuff going on that you probably don't recognize. We've picked up a double shot power-up. We now have a shield that shields us from one attack. And we're using all sorts of very unusual attacks that you wouldn't see in a classic arcade game. Of the way yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, I'll just chime in about the way the special missiles work. So it does go very fast, but the meter you see in the top left, if you hit 4 like aliens in a row, then you will get a special missile. What special missile you get depends on what color alien you hit. So it's kind of a lot to explain here. Pluto introduces the 4 basic colors, which you'll see throughout the entire game. And then from Neptune onwards, there is 1 unique alien per level, which shows up as gray in the bar. So I will be utilizing those as much as I can, because that will just get rid of all the enemies super quick. So yeah, now back to aliens.
Yeah, so you know, if you're watching how the power-up bar at the top left fills, and you're watching how silverm00nl1ght plays, you may get the sense, and I think largely correctly, that there is also a strong puzzle-like element to this game, which is a very interesting fold to put on top of a game that was a relatively simple single-screen arcade game that was based around basically being fast. Because the main kick in the original game, aside from the shields, which you can now see in the corners of the screen, was each time you defeated enemies, the rest of the squadron of enemies that were on your screen got slightly faster. And the goal was to keep them from reaching the bottom, at which point they would abduct your spaceship, essentially. They take it away, you'd lose a life. It doesn't work quite the same way here, in that you can be hit by incoming enemy projectiles, which will first go through your shield and then later destroy your ship. or they can reach the bottom, at which point they gain access to an additional attack that is typically more deadly than what they have on offer here. But everything's going to keep getting faster. You're going to see more enemy varieties as we finish the first planet, which we are on the last level of here. So very shortly, it'll be time for a boss.
I'm actually going to do a safety save here because there is a chance that I could die. But I shouldn't, but I could. Alright, 2 hits into it just as it's spawning up into its hitbox. Alright, it's already into its second phase. If I'm careful, I should be able to get missiles into it while it's sweeping. Not too bad, not too bad. Now it's into its final phase. This one's a little scary because there's this chance it could glitch. It doesn't glitch, actually. Done. Whew. Alright, well, Pluto is safe and sound.
Easy and clean as in practice.
And now we are on to Neptune. This introduces the first unique special alien. Sandchuck, you want to talk a little bit about the Shifter?
Yes, so the Shifter is the first of the unique aliens you will see. They appear in every planet besides Pluto. Each unique alien introduces a unique special type of missile. So if you destroy 4 unique aliens in a row, each planet will give you a different type of powerful missile. So the splitter here, sorry, not the splitter, which one is this called? The Shifter. It gives you a special power-up called the Swarm Missile, and it fires a cluster of missiles that aim towards a particular class of aliens. So destroy, I think it's like 5 or 6 max at a time, and it's very good for basically finishing a level if there's only a handful left. So probably one of the more useful, unique power-ups in the game.
This one didn't go quite as planned, but that's all right. It's really easy, even though you have a strategy. Like, unfortunately, because the movements are so precise and having to align, like, time when you shoot directly with when the alien will go on your path, sometimes it just doesn't work as planned. But that's okay. We have plans.
You will observe, though, that some of the special missiles that unique aliens give you, some are more useful than others, and we'll point those out as the game progresses. But Silver is just blasting through these levels at very quick speed. It's really almost looking like a Rubik's Cube and figuring out what the best way. Take a couple seconds and figure out the best way to complete a level. Every circumstance will be slightly different. Sometimes you'll enter in with a different special missile than you expected, and it's all about adapting on the fly.
I forgot to mention before, so between levels 5 and 6, we have a mothership stage, which is what I like to call a coffee break stage, personally. So this isn't too important for a speed run. For a casual playthrough, at least one of these motherships has an extra life, so that is essential for a casual playthrough. But for me, though, all I need to focus on as a speedrunner is trying to destroy the last mothership as quickly as possible, because as soon as I do that, the next level will load. Alright, good stuff. Alright. What am I doing here?
You can see the way Silver moves around each map is very clearly intended to create certain combos, to gain access to the power-ups, to clear out additional waves quicker, minimize the need to, say, use shields in sections, minimize the number of incoming enemy projectiles. It's all both very deliberate and quite precise, all things considered, which is not something you'd necessarily expect from a very simple-looking kind of revival of a retro arcade game. Granted, I say that as though only one of the games in question is retro. This is a 25-year-old revival of a 45 or 50-year-old series, so it's all relative.
Wild to think about. The original Space Invaders came out, is it 78, was it?
Yeah, 78.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
78, and it's just how much of a lasting impact it's had on the games industry. But anyway.
Alright, that wasn't the strategy I was originally intending for, but it's okay, it's okay.
I should note that what he just picked up was a power-up they can sometimes drop from the UFOs, and they each don't really have much strategy after you both get the shield and double shot, but sometimes the time stop's helpful. But I'll stop talking just as I let Silver complete this level. That was pretty clean.
Yep, we have the next boss coming up. I like to call the Ladybug. So each of its wings takes 10 hits to destroy. And then I need to kind of get it while it's vulnerable. So let me just count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, get it while it's vulnerable. Spam the down key. My finger's cramping, but doesn't matter. I have saved Neptune. Here's the problem, though. The next planet is... the next planet is... so I can't. It's a PG stream. I can't say the name. I'm sorry.
It's Uranus.
Yeah, I actually don't think that's the official pronunciation, but because this is a PG stream, I'm not going to pronounce it the original way. I do not want to get trouble from the tech team here.
We're all adults around here, I think.
Really? Not when I check last.
Even if we're kids at heart.
Oh, also, this is kind of unrelated, but I want to give bonus points to anyone who can identify what those plushies and vinyl figures I have in the background are. Just something for you to maybe play along with if, I don't know, some of the levels ever not go to plan. So, anyways, enough about that, and enough about what we have regarding the special missile here. Laser Blaster, or as I like to call it, Shoop da Whoop. Any of you guys old enough to remember that?
Oh, yeah. Nostalgia. But yeah, the laser.
I was known to charge up my laser once upon a time.
Yeah, so the Laser Blaster is probably the most powerful, unique special missile you can get. It fires a big laser.
I went the wrong direction,
pretty understandably. And it's like, I'm a firing my laser.
All right, we have a guess with regards to what you've got in the background. Is that Feathers McGraw on the far right?
Oh, whoops! I was so distracted. I'll answer that later because I just messed up.
Oh no!
I hate it when I have a directional missile and I go to the wrong side of the screen, so it just misses all the aliens. That's okay. No, actually, that eagle you see is not Feathers McGraw. It is actually something I won from a Crane game when I was 5. So yeah, it's just my childhood stuffed toy.
Here, while we're in the coffee break level, other appreciation for the bosses in particular, like we mentioned in some of our practice, for as difficult and touchy as some of the stages can be, the bosses feel like they really didn't quite live up to the level of their own troops. Like the advanced alien boss for World 1 just tries to headbutt the planet and you along with it.
Well, look, to be fair, a lot of the people who are saving the universe in this game are children, because I played this when I was a kid and I struggled with the bosses, so I don't really think they're used to speedrunners, to their credit. But your point still stands.
I mean, they have about as much utility as Dr. Eggman's, boss ships. They have one gimmick, and it's just very easy to outsmart it. So you think they would have learned from Dr. Eggman, but...
Hey, Sancha, can you just explain what the blockers do? I never got around to explaining them.
Yeah, it's a little easy to get caught up at certain points, but yeah, so the blockers are...
That was close,
that was very close. Yeah, the blockers, if you fire at it, it will split into 1 or 2 parts that will block your shots very briefly. So they will stay on the screen and then go away after a certain amount of time.
Right. So those flames you're seeing are the wreckage of the blockers, creating an additional thing that will block other projectiles.
Come on. There we are.
Yeah,
except the laser.
Can I get a shield? Oh, I lost my shield. Darn.
All right. On to the
It's okay. It's okay. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined.
All right.
This man is a professional.
Yes.
All right. Now this thing here, this only takes 4 hits per component. So I'll get a few. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done.
Wow.
Nice.
They really
don't think I missed that Homestar reference, by the by. All 3 of us are. Speaking of retro things, although that lives on to the modern era, all 3 of us are big fans of Homestar Runner.
Yep, no, we sure are, and right now, I don't mean to put myself on a pedestal here, but I think I am personally shining like a dime in the buff right now. If I can get my shield back. Sorry. So I had to go a little slow there, because I really do want my shield. That's kind of important. So this is Saturn. It's got, I think, my favorite soundtrack, or my favorite background music of the entire game. The special alien you have here, they're called the Anglers. And, look, I'm trying to think. They're annoying, let's just say that. Especially more so because their projectiles fire at 45-degree angles, either left or right. And if they hit the side of the playfield, they will actually bounce back. So I need to be really careful there. The special
they
missile,
do not call them that because they enjoy fishing. They call them that because they are putting a lot more bullets in play in very annoying ways.
Alright, there we are. Get that last row here, and okay. Oh, I should also mention that on some levels there are barricades. I do utilize them sometimes because they can be really helpful in just getting rid of aliens without me having to think too much about it. Alright, so now I need to be a little careful here because I need to save a diagonal. You know what? I can just save this like this. I don't need the max power. Look, I need to save a diagonal burst for the next level because there is a little bit of a setup which I can use, which will allow me to do it really quickly. Hopefully, I remember to go to the right after my first shot. I gotta say to myself, right.
Don't forget to go to the right.
Way ahead of you, sir.
You're right about that.
Why? Anyway,
I saw the
while
chance
we're
how to
doing-
take it.
I can't
All right,
believe
anyway.
you've done this.
Anyway, while we're in a bit of a break, Chuck, do you have any messages or updates, incentive updates you want to share?
Well, we did have a couple more guesses for what's on the desk behind you. We have Piranha Plant. I believe that's correct.
That is correct, yes.
We have Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Bobblehead, but it's not a bobblehead, I believe.
It is not a bobblehead. It's a vinyl figure I got from a Korean game in Japan. I just had to.
Very good. And then we have the Club Penguin plush. I missed that game so much.
Well, that is true. It is a Club Penguin plush, and I do need to share this story quickly. It is actually a very rare plush. I got it for entering the sweepstakes for the Viking plush penguin. I think only 3,000 were ever made, so lucky in that regard. Oh, and there goes my shield. All right, I'm gonna stop
right.
talking about plushies for a second. But good guesses, everyone.
What, you're saying you don't want to donate $10 to Midwest Speedfest as you're planning on doing for each death?
Oh, I didn't say that.
No, you didn't, but I'm calling you out.
Oh.
You did get your shield back, though.
Yes, I might donate $10 anyway. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So now we should say I think most level 8s in this game, they are full grid of aliens. So there's no particular strategy there. It does help to kind of go in with a special missile, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I didn't save one for the next level here, but that is all good. This one is harder than it should be. I'm not even going to use my special missile here. There's not really many aliens on this one. Oh my goodness.
You got this.
Done. All right, very good. Okay, the boomerang shot probably wasn't a good idea, this one, but that's okay. So, oh man, sorry. I'm getting so flustered. I'm having so much fun. I don't even know what to say anymore. T-Tree, cover for me.
Sure. Yeah, no, I was, when you said it was easy, I was going to make a joke about it being as easy as pouring a 2-liter of Mountain Dew into the Homestar Renner's keyboard. But now you're on to the next boss. This is the classic boss in a shooter-style game that traps you inside of it, but considering the relative reduction in the playfield, I don't feel like it's actually doing all that much. It's just asking you to move back and forth to hit the different components. So outside of that and the spread shot, this boss is pretty straightforward, even as the bosses for this game go.
Very good. Now we are on the Jupiter, which has one of my favorite alien types called the Freezer. And if I can get rid of some of these. Alright, I don't think this is quite going to plan. It's alright, I have an idea. Silver Moonlight always has a plan. I mean, I am defending the galaxy after all, so I should have a plan.
Ooh, spooky.
Right.
Yeah, that was what I was mentioning at the very beginning of the run when I said
Oh my goodness, these freezers are so, yeah. So these
if any
freezers
enemy
only
gets down to ground floor, yeah.
The freezers are different though because they can just swoop down whenever they please and fire a high-power, short-range laser. If I get into the path of that, even if I have full health, I will die. So that is. Oh, sorry. Even if I have a shield, rather. But look at this. This is fun. This is called the acidic cloud. If you hit.
Full health.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, look how satisfying that is. So what the acidic cloud does is that it vaporizes any alien it hits. I try not to use more than one at a time though, because if I do, then I have to wait for the last one to disappear before I can go to the next level. So I only try and usually have one at a time.
Yeah, it's rising.
Right,
Or as I call it, the Mountain Dew Death Ball.
I was gonna say it was rising into the sky like a fluffy puff marshmallow.
Yes, also accurate.
That too, but
It could
anyway,
be all of those things at once.
It could be. I mean, it is deadly though. You don't want to walk into it. Yeah. So these levels here. Oh, we're now into level the coffee break level, but the acidic cloud definitely does have its utility, especially if even if you have two out, it might take a while, but it helps to clear a lot of enemies.
The only uncertainty you have with the acidic cloud is that I'm not sure. It has three ways it can drift. So when you hit an alien, it can either drift just vertically, it can drift left or right. I really have no way of telling what it'll do, so I just kind of put it in the middle of the stage and hope for the best, and it did a pretty good job there. And I hit the mothership too. That turned out quite well. Okay, now can I aim here? I'm just going to use my acidic cloud here just to make stuff a little easier. And max energy. Come on. Boop. All right, now can I get another acidic cloud here? I'll go to the far of the level, fire it here, and I'm just going to clear the rest of it manually. Yeah, look, Jupiter is easy, all things considered. However, I cannot say that for the next planet we're going to, which is Mars. Just brace yourself. It is going to be very unforgiving.
We had someone guess a Mimikyu. I do see a couple of what I believe are Pokemon, but I think those are Gen 2 starters. Am I right? We have a... Go ahead.
Go on. Go on. What did they guess?
Do we have a Totodile and a Cyndaquil back there?
Yeah.
Very correct.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So it's not.
I think I might have an advantage on people based on how your camera is perhaps going out to stream, and maybe the difference between Discord sharing and stream. I'm not certain.
World will never know. But in any case, I'm doing pretty good now. And now we have a boss called the Grasshopper. There's a couple cool strats here. So I'm going to wait until just before it loads into its hitbox. Get a couple hits into it now. This is so easy. So I'm just going to follow it and destroy its bombs, destroy its shield. And I've already got enough hits into it that I can just destroy it like this. Done.
It just rage quit halfway down
the second half of the HP bar was fake.
Yeah, it just rage quit like, all right, enough of this. I'm out of here. All right.
I guess someone does mention that the third Gen 2 starter is also there, Yoshi, everyone's favorite Gen 2 starter.
Yes,
okay, this is all you, Sandshark.
Yeah,
well, look,
someone said that.
Sandshark, can you please cover for me and tell everyone what the bursters are and why we despise them so much?
Of course, I'll get back to chat in a moment. But Mars, as Silver mentioned earlier, is a very frustrating planet. The special
goodness,
called the Burster, and it fires relentlessly. It is like a mini manifestation of Am from I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It just hates humanity. So it's just like, I am enacting my revenge. It fires so many projectiles, and when you destroy it using a normal missile, it will burst into 5 different projectiles. So it is raining electronic, complete, electronic death on you, basically.
If you're not taking out the bursters with a special weapon, the screen will get filled with projectiles extremely quickly, and unfortunately, they're not your projectiles. It also has the disadvantage of giving you one of the worst special bullets in the game, which is the sine wave missile, which is not an especially easy pattern to do anything with.
That is correct. The utility of the missile it gives you, it really doesn't like you at all. Not only is it firing you relentlessly.
Sorry for interrupting, but if I align myself well here, I could get a horizontal left with the sine wave. Doesn't always work, so just... Oh, hey, I got it. Very good.
Nice.
Good work. Nice.
Yeah, that doesn't always work. It's mostly consistent if you fire it at just the right spot, but that just makes clearing the top row all the much easier. All right, we're onto the coffee break stage, and I'm actually going to ignore the UFOs for a bit.
Yes, drink water, stay hydrated, everyone.
Stay hydrated, chat. All right. Sadchak, have you got any more messages or incentive updates you'd like to share?
I just want to let everyone know we do have a bid war open for Sorry We're Closed, just coming up soon. The options are Shamuel and Clarissa. So if you want to see one ending over the other, be sure to allocate your donation towards that when you're making a donation. Just another reminder, we are close to hitting $1,000 raised for Midwest Speedfest tune-up. And again, we are super appreciative and grateful for everyone's generosity. Thank you so much. And
all right. Sorry for interrupting, Sandshark, but what I'm not thankful for are all these bursters. There are so many projectiles on the screen, I'm not too sure whether I want to puke or have a seizure.
Yeah, well, let's focus on finishing up the level, and then your body can decide what it wants to do after that. I think.
Let's focus on finishing the run.
I'm good. I haven't puked. I don't feel like puking. All right, but now we have a full grid. Oh my goodness! I almost got that blue, but my power meter got interrupted because the aliens shifted quicker than I wanted them to. So now I'm gonna have to just clear the rest of them, just like the
slow and also dangerous way.
Yep.
You get both of those for free. What a twofer. Unfortunately, this isn't a bullet hell shmup in the sense that your hitbox is actually most of the size of that ship, not just a tiny dot somewhere on the inside.
Oh, I forgot that actually wasn't the most annoying level. All right, I'm gonna have to take a little slow here because this is just not making me very happy.
Yeah, you saw we used the barricade as a blocker and as a projectile for enemies to go into, but you only have so many of those, and so they have so much durability. So even when you're improvising, you have to have a backup plan for the backup plan in case the thing you're planning on doesn't go quite to plan.
All right,
Did I say plan enough times?
Well, I don't know, but it works because plan it. Okay, I'll stop.
Sorry.
In case you hadn't guessed, most of this commentary is unplanned.
Anyway, this boss.
Yeah, the boss is surprisingly straightforward, especially since Moonlight Silver was on top of it as the boss started.
I gotta be careful though, because I do not want to get hit by these projectiles and die.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna take it slow here.
This last segment is the one part you really need to actually react to. Everything before that, as you saw, was very clear patterns that you could.
Now, usually I can go quickly here. I just want to play it safe.
Oh boy.
You say that. There's nothing safe about this. Not when it's that
otherwise
close
I'll
to
be
the
stuck
bottom.
here forever. I do have
now
an
you're
estimate
good.
I have to... No, wait, am I? There we are. Now I'm good.
I guess you weren't, but now you are.
Alright, we are on to the penultimate planet, which is, well, technically we're not on Venus. Venus is just way too hot. So we are on a space station, like, near Venus. I don't know. Anyway, so, special alien you have here, the unique one, is called the Kamikaze. It is very dangerous because if you hit it once, it will immediately come crashing down to the bottom, to your playfield. And if you get hit by it, it's not a good time. Let's just say that. However, the power-up you get from that is called the Tank Kamikaze. And that allows you to just kind of go up and just destroy all aliens which are in your path. So that can make for some quite satisfying gameplay.
And the fact that so many of these levels have a line of Kamikaze special enemies in a row means that if you...
and I just lost my shield. Come on.
Uh-oh.
It's alright.
If you deploy your boost wisely, you can basically just chain those attacks together.
Where's my shield when I need it? It's okay. Nothing is ruined.
If you need to slow roll a level to try to get more motherships in the background to get another shield, that's totally understandable.
I think saving the
there
solar
it is.
system... There we are. But I think saving the solar system is a bit of a time-sensitive affair, so I kind of don't want to take my time, because, you know, I have important business to attend to after I finished, which you will see.
How many trillions of living beings can there really be out there anyways?
I don't think I want to answer that question.
Oh, yeah, I suppose I'm not really equipped for that philosophical discussion myself. Sometimes you just say things, you know?
Sometimes you just say things. Alright, we're on to the second last, or penultimate coffee break stage. Sad Shark, are we close to 1,000 yet? I'm just curious.
We are at 913. Sorry, 918. Please forgive that there. But we are less than just over $80 away from hitting the four figures, 1,000 for Midwest Speedfest. So again, thank you very much, everyone, for all your generosity so far. And remember, feel free to check out.
I have little doubt they'd love to do that before the end of tonight's programming, and you know, even sooner if you can. Whatever you are able to give to help make Midwest Speedfest's future events even better. $20, $10, $5, it all makes a big difference.
Look, I've been involved with Midwest Speedfest events on and off since 2020, and I just absolutely love everything that's put on. It's a nice little tight-knit community, very passionate people, and honestly, I know it's at the end of the run yet, but I'm honored and thrilled to be running at an online event. So yeah, but anyway, I'll save the sappy stuff for the end of the run. I'm a little ashamed of myself, especially if I stuff up. So let's, you know, I don't know. I tried.
You'll bring this thing in for a smooth landing.
Well, don't jinx me.
No jinxing here, only good vibes.
Exactly.
I mean, all right. I'm not gonna bother trying to hit that one. I'll just let it run into the barrier because trying to get that one is stressful. All right. Now, I want to warn you all that at the boss from here, it might remind you of a certain storybook character. So you might be a little confused, but you'll see. I know I'm being silent here, but it'll be worth the wait. Trust me. Oh, and I went the wrong direction. That's okay. That's okay. All right.
Just gotta chime in with something that said in chat. No jinx here, only Chikorita.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. And now we have the very hungry Space Caterpillar. Dom, dom, dom.
No, Caterpillar's a different retro game. That's...
Oh, I just missed a couple shots there. That is okay. All right, now it's just going to break off into all these sections, so I just got to focus on getting the rest of those if I don't get hit.
Yeah, naturally they do still have active hitboxes.
No more very hungry Space Caterpillar. You will never be better than the original one. But now we're back to Earth. Stuff has just got serious, and I actually get to focus.
This is Earth, just like I remember it.
Yeah, even those duck billboards at the side.
Especially the duck billboards. I mean, I know you live in a different country, and a different continent, but still. I thought duck billboards were universal.
It's pretty. I don't know. I like them. They're very good pictures of ducks on the screen there. Maybe it predicted the popularity of the duck song. I don't know.
Well, we don't have any grapes necessarily, but we do have some grape-flavored enemies. You want to tell us about those, Senshark?
Okay, so final unique. Oh no, thread the needle there.
Whiff! Oh dear.
I just Oh, there we go. So the unique enemy here is called the Splitter, and once you hit it with one missile, it splits into several others. The only exception is if you hit it before it loads in fully to the screen, which is called the Splitter Skip. The thing about the Splitters is much like the Bursters, they do fire very frequently, so you really want to be careful and not avoid their projectiles there. Yeah, just a lot to kind of consider there, and it is definitely a bit of a challenge added on to dealing with the anxiety of being on the last stage.
Am I wrong to think that the Pyramid Blast projectile looks like it's kind of just being thrown out of the ship rather than being like there's no clear sign of accelerant behind it like there are for all the standard missiles?
Maybe the pilot's just gotten so sick of just firing dings. It's just like, you know what? You're getting my full rage here. Take this! You know.
Now, while I'm here, because I won't have time to explain this when the boss comes, what the boss looks like here, the final one, if you're astute, you might say it looks quite familiar. So just keep that in mind.
Especially if you've ever played this game or its antecedent in an actual arcade.
Yes, but we got a bit of time before that, so last two levels here, it's pretty standard configuration of enemy lineups, and Silver's just making sure to get the special ones to clear through common rows of them. Again, firing before the splitters load in to negate having to destroy their split off counterparts. Pyramid Blast, I never actually spoke about that. So the special, it fires a special missile, and when it hits one enemy, it splits into like a pyramid form. And it's okay, it's not as useful as other ones, but it still has its utility if there's like a cluster that you want to get rid of quickly. So it's especially useful in the last level before the boss.
Whoop, that little diagonal one's getting quite close, but I saved it.
That's what I was worried about. Nicely done, though.
I haven't let him get to the bottom, though, which is good.
Yep, no one except the freezer.
And no, I'm not going to use this to talk. I said bottom, and I'm not going to be talking about my bottom 10 here. That was a terrible segue. I'm sorry, but I just had to. All right, now we're up to level 10, and if I get my aiming right here, I should be able to clear it really quickly.
Let's do it.
So, one to the left, one to the middle, one to the right. Oh, I probably... Okay, that didn't quite go to plan, but that's all right. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. All right, I'll go ahead and explain this Space Monster boss. It's got a very thin hitbox. Time's going to be in the final hit. I'll call time. I'm going to go ahead and move along with it, try and get as many missiles into it as possible. I'm not doing a great... Oh my god, nah, I'm not doing a great job here.
So yeah, this is a character depicted on the actual arcade cabinet for Space Invaders. So the people making this retro revival thought, well, it wasn't an enemy in the game, and why not? We should just totally put it in there.
Time's coming out really soon. Time.
Hey, GG's.
Oh my goodness! Not a single death. I was a little rusty in my my warm ups, but no, I think that was a pretty good run.
That was the in-game 3147 RTA.
3147. Thank you. Thanks for that. That's not too bad. It's better than Not as good as my PB, but yeah. Let's take a look at what the in-game time said here. Okay, that in-game time is not. No,
Sure.
I know I'm good, but I'm not that good. I'm not that.
I think you may have done so well. It just completely manipulated the space-time continuum and gave you a that time.
You know what?
there.
I blame the fact that this is running on Windows Vista. Absolutely nothing needs to make sense about that operating system.
You're right. You're right. However, we did meet the incentive for watching the ending cutscene, so let's all watch it together. And yeah, let's see what happens.
Ooh. One last little diagonal burst. There we go.
The grin on his face.
Oh, he's so happy. Oh. All alien fighters destroyed.
High score. It's over 9,000. Actually, it's exactly 9,000.
Wait, what?
Oh no. This lore is just...
Oh, this
very
video
deep.
probably didn't take hours to render back then. More like days.
It's the U.S. Capitol.
You can't see it, but I'm also saluting.
There we go. And the flyover as well. What a fitting award for a hero.
This has been our Independence Day. No, wait, wrong property.
Oh, what's going on here, though?
Someone's boss isn't going to be happy. Let's just say that.
You'd think they'd run out of UFOs. You destroyed so many of them.
I think I underestimated.
Well, I guess if you want the thrilling conclusion beyond this, you'll have to play for Alien Planet %.
Ah,
What? They're going back?
Uh-oh.
uh-oh. Well, looks like I still have more work to do, but we don't have enough time in the marathon for me to continue that. So that's the ending cutscene. And just one more little thing I would like to show off. If you complete the game on any difficulty, you get access to a new game mode, and that is, it would be none other than Space Invaders Classic. So I guess it's not false advertising. The screen says Space Invaders, and now we have Space Invade. Yeah, look, I'm just gonna quit while I'm ahead.
How is that? I don't know how that's a new game mode, though. It looks like a classic game mode. How is that?
It's a bonus game mode.
It's a bonus game mode.
Oh, jeez. Anyway,
Silverm00nl1ght, where can the people find you, my friend?
Yes. Well, look, I have a Twitch channel. I'm not that active, but feel free to follow me if you would like. But anyways, I'll get some shout outs. Shout outs to the small Space Invaders 1999 community, especially Transparent Blue, who kind of spearheaded turning this into a speed game. And the Strange Pie also made a task for N64, which was pretty cool. And shout out to Midwest Speedfest. Absolutely love the work all you guys do. I can't wait to see how you guys do in the future. And to everyone watching, thank you. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really glad I was able to show this little neat game to you all. And thanks to T-Tree and Sandshark for being fantastic commentators. It's really, really appreciate it. And that's pretty much it for me. I'll go ahead and hand it over to the next run. Thanks so much, everyone. Thanks for everyone who donated towards the incentive, and stick around for over the weekend for some more fantastic speedruns. Cheers.